Then when we went down, there's this long tunnel we go through, and the tunnel it freaks me out every single time. And
All right, so you've been through this tunnel before. You said every single time
yeah,
that you've been through it before.
yeah,
All right, so every time that you go through it, you said freak you out.
yeah, it freaks me
Why
out
do you,
every time.
what gives you the reason, or what gives you a reason to make you feel as if it's something detrimental in that stance, as far as it making you freak out?
Cause we have to go really fast, like we're going like if so we have to keep our balance in the rails, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we go through the tunnel, I don't know. I guess because of the speed we're going down, it just freaks me out every single time. So and the point and the fact that it's pitch black and you can't really see nothing.
So that's what actually. So darkness. You fear darkness. It's because that's what I'm hearing you saying, that because it's pitch black.
Yeah,
That's why. Was it the speed or the darkness?
I think both together.
Okay. So every time that you've been in this place where you said you've been over and over again,
Hmm.
um, do you feel a certain way with your mother and your father with you? You said they're with you every time. How
Yeah,
do you feel about them at the moment that you feeling kind of fearful going through that hole? Are you worried about them, or just you?
I'm worried about me because they went way ahead of me because we all went on one by one.
Okay.
So like I know that they're not scared. Like I know they're not scared. I'm the only one scared every single time.
Hmm.
Because if they were scared, we wouldn't have went that way.
Okay. Let me ask you. All right. Do you know that that's really you that's having these feelings and these dreams? Have you ever felt different apart from how you usually feel? Like, is it fear every time?
Yeah, it's fear every
You've
time.
never had a moment at this point in time in your sleep where you kind of felt, all right, not a little bit of fearful. It's every time.
This time I was more scared than usual.
You were scared. And every time are your mother and father with you in this dream? It was just this time.
Yeah.
So, all right, so now I gotta ask you this. Being that this was the only time that your mother and father was in the dream with you going through this tunnel,
Hmm.
right? Have you ever had any moments in this dimension while we're awake, so-called awake, where you felt as if your biggest fear here, what is your biggest fear here?
When I know it's about to come.
The world ending. I know I've heard you say the world ending and things. So have you ever felt any type of way about your mother and father as far as I'm concerned about them if the world end and things of
I
that
feel
nature?
like they're perfectly fine, but I'm not. And I think it's because, I keep on being up under that boy that got the vaccine.
All right, so okay, so now good. So you introduce another factor or element into this dream as far as okay, so now this dark hole you've
Hmm.
explained is this new guy who took the vaccine. So now you're telling me something else. Good. All right, so the guy that got the vaccine that you don't want to be around, is this someone that you feel compassionate about? Do you care about
Yeah, I really
him? You
do.
do.
And that's why I want him to take this and do the magnetic cleanse.
Okay. Well, don't you know that sometimes, right? Our compassions could be something that is based off of ourself. The reason why we feel compassion for somebody else is because this is how we feel about ourselves. And you have to understand that our compassion for ourselves is only for our journey. Other people have their own journeys as well. So therefore, if they don't have compassion for themselves, then they're going to take your compassion from you and drain you of your own compassion. You want to be able to see your compassion for yourself. Same way for love. You want to love somebody. You want to know that they can be better or have the potential to be better. But if they don't want to be better, guess what? They're going to drain you. And it stops you from being able to initiate or to go further on your journey to evolve and grow, even on your spiritual journey. So with fear, so basically this fear that you are initiating in your dream is because of him. So meaning that you have to take this on with him and communicate with him and let him know how you feel. And if he can't evolve past the point of emotionalism when you're saying these things to him,
Hmm.
he's not going to see reality because emotionalism is like somebody closing their eyes to what they're saying, especially when
Yeah.
they're dealing with you or communicating with you on an emotional frequency. Because your perspective is what matters. Nobody else's perspective matters. Your
Right.
perception of how you feel about somebody, this is your soul and your spirit talking to you. You can't let emotions speak for you
Hmm.
because this is how we get ran into a brick wall and we hurt ourselves because we want to feel compassion for other people who don't have compassion for themselves. You get it?
And then I realized we was still waiting, but I already knew we was still waiting on my body to come down.
Mm-hmm.
And then a whole bunch of people came out before I even came out. And then when I came out like this, like my body went like this out the tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I knew I was dead. And I was looking at my body, like I was looking at myself, and I was like, oh my God, I died. Like I must have had a heart attack. Like I don't know what happened in that tunnel, but I died.
Right.
And I remember I was just staring at my body, and I was like feeling insecure. Like I was like, I don't know. I was feeling so weird, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
All right, so let me interrupt here. So what I'm hearing is this tunnel, right? This dark tunnel. This dark tunnel seems as if it's your can't let go zone. We're gonna call it your can't let go zone.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because it's something that you fear. And anything that is in the frequency or jurisdiction of fear is something most likely that you can't let it go.
Mm-hmm.
You want to let it go, but you can't. It's not in your realm to let it go because you can't actually see what's keeping you chained to the thing that you can't let go. So you died in a tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
and your tunnel is your can't let go zone. So if you died in a tunnel, and the tunnel is your can't let go zone, that means that in order for you to come alive again and come out that tunnel, you have to let go of the tunnel that you're in. The tunnel is your situation. The tunnel is the person that you're connected to, or the thing, or the situation in your life
I figured.
that you're going through. You get what I'm saying?
I figured I gotta let him go. That's what you're saying.
I'm not saying let him go. What I'm saying is, I don't want to make the decision for you. Because if I make the decision for you, you'll never be able to make decisions on your own journey by yourself for other situations that come into your life.
Yeah.
Because think about it. If I tell you to go and do this, it's not really you evolving.
Yeah.
I force you to evolve. So that's like processing you or genetically modifying your principles for you to do something that you might not want it to do. This is something that you have to do, something you want to do.
A part of me wants to do it, but then a part of me is like, I don't know. I just don't think I'll find anybody that can love me as much as he does, because he shows it every single day in every way.
All right, so you can't find anybody who can love you as much as he does. Let me ask you this question: do you love yourself?
Yeah.
All right. Who can love you more than you can if you love yourself?
I also just like that he spoils me and buys me a lot of stuff.
Okay, so that's like a privilege.
Yeah.
You can be spoiled from your mother, your father, friends, and things of that nature. These are all privileges. That's like somebody giving you a snack or bringing you a gift. These are all privileges. Love is not an obligation from nobody else. Love is an obligation from you. And when love is an obligation from you, it's primary, meaning that it has to be more stronger coming from yourself than anybody else.
Yeah.